People of Barbados, there is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood leads on to fortune. Omitted, all the voyage of their life is bound in shallows and in miseries. On such a full sea are we now afloat. We must take the current when it serves, or lose our ventures. These words mean that the moment of opportunity should not be missed. January 19th this year presents a moment of opportunity, a decisive moment, a moment of truth for Barbadians to save this country from the perilous path upon which we are embarked. You see, the more things change, the more they remain the same. You remember White Oaks, a two-man firm hitherto unknown to us, contracted by this government in nebulous circumstances to restructure our debt. Government said then it would cost us $54 million. Tonight, we're not sure of the extent to which that firm is still with us or the extent to which that cost continues to rise. That exercise in default on and deferral of our debt inflicted pain on pensioners, assaulted the coffers of banks, insurance companies, and credit unions, laid siege to the resources of the central bank and the national insurance scheme, leaving them depleted by billions of dollars. Tonight, the recapitalization remains very much an unsettled question and an uncertain goal. But as I was saying, Mr. Speaker, if you restructure your debt such that your payments begin to fall due under the next administration to lead this country after 2023, you have, in a sense, kicked the can down the road. The Honourable Member for Christchurch East Central went on to say, every single stakeholder understood what had to be done. Hear me, Mr. Deputy Speaker? Every single stakeholder, and he identified them, private sector, this body, this institution, every single stakeholder understood what had to be done. The point I want to make is this. The majority of our debt, about $15 billion, was domestic debt. $12+ billion domestic debt, 2+ overseas credit. Now I want to ask you, if you would not take pause and ask the question with reference to White Oaks. If the majority of our debt was $12+ billion and the external debt in relation to that was only $2 billion, and everybody down here in Barbados, institutional persons alike, understood what had to be done and that government had to take urgent action and they were all on board, why did we have to engage White Oak to lead negotiations in Barbados with reference to the domestic debt and pay them so much money? So where are we today? Where is our level of debt? And how is it trending? How do we compare with other countries on the matter of debt? What are the implications for your future and that of your children? Bruce Hennis is a Barbados scholar. He is a computer engineering specialist, a financial and economic analyst, a member of the Alliance Party for Progress, and our candidate for St. Philip South. Here is Bruce Hennis on this matter.
I am Bruce Hennis, and this is just a snapshot of what Barbados' economy looks like right now.
Barbados is literally hundreds of hours away from declaring itself a republic, but what shape is it truly in? In terms of unemployment and employment, at the end of June 2021, statistics showed that there were 21,700 persons who did not have a job. That equates to about 16% in terms of unemployment rate, a rate not seen since 1997, nearly a quarter century ago.
What about the situation with the economy itself?
In terms of the economy itself, itself. From 2004 until 2008, the economy experienced growth. However, it peaked in 2008, and from 2009 all the way to 2019, there was so or no growth, and in 2020, there was a massive crash. In terms of the Barbados economy itself, when compared with 180 other countries, Barbados' performance turned out to be the 9th worst in the world for 2020. For the economy as of September 2021, from 2019 to September 2020, the economy dropped by $1 billion. And then from September 2020 to down to September 2021, it dropped a further $155 million. To recover again, even if we get back to 2020 levels, the economy pretty much has to increase by about $1.6 billion to get back to 2019, and then to get back to its peak in 2020, it has to go up by a further $0.6 billion.
And what's the story with our debt anyhow?
In terms of the external debt, that amount has now increased from $2 billion in December of 2008 all the way up until $4.2 billion as of September 2021. In terms of our standing with the IMF, in 1982, we borrowed some $68 million, which was subsequently repaid. In 1992, we borrowed $41 million, which also was subsequently repaid. And as of September 2021, we have thus far borrowed some $804 million with a projected payment end date of 2036. In terms of IMF debt per person, Barbados carries a debt load of $1,400 US per person, Argentina $950 US per person, Seychelles $846 US per person, the Bahamas $653 per person, and Gabon $425 US per person. For the debt to GDP for the island, as of September 2018, the amount was 140%. By September 2019, it had fallen to 114%, caused pretty much by a default on older debt and a reissue of newer debt. However, as of September 2021, that amount has now risen to 141%.
Pretty much we're right back to where we started anyhow.
Right back where we started, indeed. So how do we move forward? Here are some ideas. Lynette Eastman is an attorney at law. She's deputy leader of the Alliance Party for Progress. She's an experienced cabinet minister, having served in the Owen Arthur administration. She has served with stellar achievement and success at the international level on behalf of this country. She's our candidate for St. Philip West. We offer her opinion to you today for consideration. Beyond her expertise in international tax and trade matters, she's a strong voice within the bosom of the Alliance Party for Progress on matters of technology and culture-related industries that can benefit young people and earn for Barbados.
However, what we know for a fact is that Barbados has to be very serious about rebuilding its economy. When the Barbados Labour Party administration was in office, it refused to do a number of things. It refused to put forward any strategy whatsoever for the long-term development of the economy, and not even medium-term. And indeed, I would say that there has been no strategy whatsoever for the development of the Barbados economy. There's no plan. The Alliance will provide a plan. We do have individuals within our midst who can deliver on a strategic plan and to implement it for the development of the economy. We need a new sector, and we had identified the creative economy and the technology economy as that new sector that we need.
Patrick Tanis is the Alliance's candidate for constituency of St. Michael Southeast. I caught up with him in the field and I asked Patrick to voice the Alliance's position with respect to the potential around blockchain and cryptocurrency and what that can do to bring growth to Barbados. If you can get past the noise and static of the wind in the background, listen carefully to what Patrick has to say.
So I want to talk to us about the Bitcoin and the blockchain generation that we're raising up. These folks right here are very aware of it, and it's going to be part of the app that we're going to apply to all of the people in St. Michael Southeast. And then we're going to go into cryptocurrency in a major way. so that Barbados becomes the cryptocurrency and the blockchain headquarters of the entire world. This will cause Barbadians to be able to access wealth and to be accessing investment funds for their ideas that will cause their wealth to start from nothing sometimes or little bits and to be able to increase. We're going to work closely with New York. We're going to start to work with New York. These are all calculated moves to make Barbados the headquarters in a sovereign way of all cryptocurrencies and all legitimate, of course, cryptocurrencies.
So what else can we do to carry this country forward? There's several things that can be done. The establishment of a strong export-driven knowledge economy that will allow Barbados to become a significant player in the global $11 trillion digital economy. Our young people deserve this. Number two, we're going to encourage development of entrepreneurial skills, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises that will have an advantage of speed and flexibility, the agility of adapting to rapidly changing environments. That is crucial in today's world. SMEs constitute the backbone of our economy here in Barbados. Three, we can encourage innovation in a context and culture of built-in innovative ecosystems, especially in strategies based on offering products and services to global markets in far more innovative ways. Our young people have the talent to do this. Fourthly, we need to encourage the development of a skilled, talented, globally competitive workforce that facilitates innovation. We must refresh and diversify our tourism product, number 5, which is now stale and tired. Number 6, we must develop an industry around sports. Again, the talents and energies of our young people are being wasted. 7, the Alliance Party for Progress will foster a culture of new agrotech-related initiatives around food production and food processing in order to develop agribusiness in Barbados and to reduce our high food import bill. The field culture may be unappealing to most young people, but the tech culture is their world. We need to bring the field to their world, and we need to bring the world to their field. Number 8, we'll also create alternate platforms for renewable and alternative energy sources. Number 9, we've had issues with access to capital in Barbados. An alliance-led government will work towards the establishment of a national bank entity in Barbados. The reality is that we're faced with the dominance of a foreign-owned banking sector and entities which are very conservative and have in recent times become even more retreatist. Number 10, we will encourage investment in value-added enterprise to existing products. There are communities in Barbados that are primed for the setting up of free zone areas given to light manufacturing for export. We must be aware of the potential threats as well. Ill-conceived coastal development plans for tourism infrastructure, the destruction of millions of dollars worth of coral heritage caused by the anchoring of ships for months off Barbados and allowed by this government, that's not the way to go. 12, we need to significantly improve the doing business climate in Barbados. I think today still we are about 128 out of 190 countries insofar as a measurement of doing business and ease of doing business is concerned. Number 13, we believe in the Alliance Party that we need to remove impediments to investment. We need to facilitate more domestic investment. And ultimately, we have to consider very seriously reorienting our focus on foreign investment appeal away from the traditional centers to embrace newer potential sources of funding. My friends, the Alliance Party for Progress offers you people of high integrity, honesty of heart and purpose, people who seek to serve in the interests of Barbados and to lift this country towards a new platform of growth, which is absolutely critical at this stage. I ask you, my friends, when you go to the polls on January 19th to vote for the candidates of the Alliance Party for Progress. An alliance-led government commits itself to offering a much better quality of governance and service than that which has been the product of the two-party dominant system in Barbados for so many years. I thank you for welcoming me into your homes and onto your devices and platforms. I thank you, and I wish you God's blessings.